am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And welcome to another episode of the A Kids Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What's going on? What's going on?
Chillin', Merc. What it is.
It's life. Merry Christmas, everyone. We are a day after Christmas, but Christmas was here. Happy New Year. We don't get to say it right at the New Year either. So there you go. Do you have any traditional stuff you do for Christmas, or is it just a regular day for you?
Happy non-denominational holidays, because I celebrate everybody.
Yeah.
So,
I like, me and my girl watch a bunch of movies, so that's pretty much what we do. We watch like some of the Christmas movies, some untraditional Christmas movies, and keep it like that. Like, I watch Gremlins every year. That's like one of my favorite movies to watch for holidays.
no, I don't really celebrate like that,
Yeah.
because it's cold. It's
Yeah,
cold,
this weekend
man.
was no joke either. Like, my last day at work was Friday before my day off, and it was like 2 degrees at like 4 a.m.
Oh, well, let me tell you about how bad it is touching the chain outside when it's that cold. It's not great, but it has to be done.
Yeah.
So, nah, no Christmas here.
No bueno.
Making that money, that's what it is. So I know we got a bunch of little disruptions in the DC game.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about Ezra Miller though.
There's a big disruption there.
But what had happened was, so now there's a new direction, right?
Yeah.
They want to go younger. So they got some people are out. I don't know if that. Well, you might know 100% more. Do you know if it's a complete change or if it's just like the lead actors and stuff?
So there's some things they're gonna try to work in. So like Shazam, with the fact that it has a movie coming out, I think Shazam is still gonna be part of it. The Flash is questionable, but there may be parts of that movie that stay in it, and there's parts that won't. And then the Batman movie is separate. It's not connected to that. What they want to do, so James Gunn is pretty much doing the Kevin Feige thing. So what he does for Marvel movies, he's doing for DC right now. So he's trying to branch the big open story and try to restructure everything. So Henry Cavill was originally signed back on after Black Adam, and then all of a sudden it was a no-go. Which might make sense because I see James Gunn sees how much work there is to like try to fix it. They might as well just reboot it. I'm fine with that because there's younger actors you could use. You have multiple movies and things like that. I always said that DC should just do storylines and not like that, not try to make a MCU. They should just do storylines. I think it will work better for them. You could look at the animes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But I'm fine with the change because I will be straight with you. The DCU wasn't that great, and honestly, anyone that says it was fucking amazing, it was not. Like, you had to get a director's cut in order for make a movie good.
Was it good though? Did you see it?
It was long. It was alright. Like, it made continuity and gave some sense to a lot of things, but was it, like, if I would have watched that the first time, would I liked it? Probably not, because I had to watch the bad one before I watched the good one.
Yeah.
So I still probably would have my problems with the movie. There were just less problems than I had with the director's cut than that. I did not care for Batman vs Superman. We're gonna revisit that soon, but I didn't care for that either. Aquaman was okay. The
Yeah.
Shazam was good. I liked Shazam. Black Adam was
Shazam,
okay
I think
too.
is my favorite.
Huh?
I have not seen that. No, I said Shazam was probably my favorite.
Yeah. Wonder Woman first one was good. The second one was doo doo.
I did not see that.
The second one was not worth it. It was not good. It's in our list, but it's not good. The first one wasn't bad, but
First one.
yeah. But then again, there's always like I feel like the movies were average. They were never really that great. And then also trying to make continuity, there's so many loopholes that a lot of these directors did that just didn't help the film. As in, if you do Marvel and we go to what Marvel did, they did it in a freaking almost over 10-year mark and did it little by little. And originally it was not even supposed to happen. They just did it to test to see how the audience would react to it. And then that was the first cameo with Nicolas Cage as Nick Fury on Iron Man. Like they tested the waters with that.
I don't think that's who that was. I think you mean somebody else.
What?
Because wait, when was Nick Cage? Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. Sorry.
You talking about Samuel L. Jackson?
Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about.
Said Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, I missed that one.
Like I want to see that.
What?
What movie I missed?
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that would actually be a good Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Nick Fury?
He's crazy.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so Samuel Jackson is Nick Fury. That was the first appearance in Iron Man. And without that, like that kind of tested the water to see where the continuity is going to be. Hulk almost did not connect until they actually did the agreement with Universal, and then he was able to connect as well. So there was a lot of things that tested the waters, and it built. It was a slow build, and you got to realize that how many movies there was a slow build with. And going back to it, like they did their work, they did their research. They didn't have all the movies weren't gold, but all the movies were average enough to keep you wanting more, and that's what you need to do with the continuity. I think DC's strong points are storylines, and I think they should go by storyline and not by a whole universe. Use the characters.
I don't care what they do; they just need to make the movies better.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do if the movies are all subpar or boring.
But
90% of the DC movies to me that I've seen, subpar or boring.
I believe, like, again, I'm gonna say this: James Gunn's movies. I love Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Part 2, I had my issues with, but I enjoyed it. I did like the Suicide Squad he did, and I loved Peacemaker. So he has a good rep right now. Like he done 4 good movies within the continuity of superheroes and stuff like that. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt of what he's doing. Him restarting it with Superman makes sense, and he wants a younger Superman. He wants to build a story with Superman and like the beginnings of Man of Steel and stuff like that. He kind of wants to go into Kingdom Come. He kind of wants to go into a lot of different storylines. So it's a start, but you gotta let him make his stuff, because I think he'll do a good job.
Yeah, I mean, if I can only go by what I've seen of his work in the superhero field, I would say the movies that I've seen of his, I have actually liked way more than every DC movie I've seen. Maybe except like 1 or 2. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I will put an argument with Guardians 2 being better than a lot of DCU stuff.
Yeah, still.
So, and it has your style thing. It has the humor. It has the personality. And that's something that it makes sense. Like the Guardians was all personality, and that's what kind of kept you into that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it works out. I'm fine with them rebooting, because again, I guess I'm not gonna go crazy. Like they need the last DC movies weren't that great.
Gotcha.
But yeah. But I like Black Adam. I thought Black Adam wasn't bad. It's on HBO Max right now.
Okay, gotcha.
So it wasn't a bad movie. I enjoyed it. So it wasn't bad. It just had its annoying moments that DC always does, and they try to get the one-liners in and shit like that when they feel forced and not natural.
Yeah, gotcha.
But that's about it. But I'm fine with it. Hopefully it goes good.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Yep. But again, I hope for the best. I want it to be good.
I see also something you have, and then something I have. The second game. So the TMNT Cowabunga Collection
Yeah.
just got a big ass patch. So what is it? It's December. When did the game come out? October, right? No,
October.
August.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cowabunga Collection came out August.
And then the other one came out like June.
I think a little earlier. So you said you already finished them up and platinum them, but they did put things that were more than just little color changes. They actually changed some box art. They changed some controller support. They actually put joystick support for the PS5 version.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Xbox also has stick support. They put some multiplayer into some of the games that did not. Turtles in Time now has online multiplayer for it. I believe they put what do they call it? Frame. You could set the frame delay in the Tournament Fighters online modes, which was also added, but it was added before this one. So like you can have a smoother fighting experience because you need that.
Yeah.
You need that. I don't have this yet. I'm sure it's on sale, but I would be interested to know how the netcode for some of the stuff is, because yeah, it's good, but sometimes you play it and it's like, why is he teleporting all the way?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just not fun.
Yeah, Tournament Fighter was pretty bad.
It was
when it first started. Yeah.
So I can only say I hope they iron some stuff out, but it does seem like they put a lot of little touches in.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's cool.
Good. I like
that's
it.
good. And then on the other front, Shredder's Revenge, which was the other game that came out this year, and they got a bunch of custom little additions for that game. So it's basically a custom mode where you can like toggle on little things on and off. You can toggle, I think some of them are enemy aggression.
Yeah.
You can toggle on the free play.
Yeah.
You can toggle the old school supers, which was one that I thought was interesting. Because I kind of don't like the fact that you end up having to charge to have it super. In that game. Or play without getting hit. And it's like, man, if you play that game on hard, it's hard not to get hit.
Yeah.
Because your bar just goes right back down. But they put the old school supers.
Yeah.
Which is, it takes your HP.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I like that.
So I always picked Raph. Raph had probably the fastest taunt.
Yeah, but it's just that after a while, I didn't like how that broke up the flow of the game.
Yeah.
So it made it less fun to have to do that every time.
Because you're gonna hear him ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Or so whenever I played it, and I played the multiplayer, that's basically just all you do at the boss is just run to the side of the screen where the boss is not. Do your taunt, take your turn, do your super. Everybody just does that, and it's like, that's kind of whack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not really fighting the boss.
I'm happy that the game did successful. I'm hoping that we get a sequel.
That's true.
I really do, because I really enjoyed that game. I had a lot of fun with that game.
I do believe that team is on to another game too, so they're just moving.
Yeah.
They haven't slowed down, so that's cool. So hopefully they'll be called back in to do some more Turtles later on.
Me too. I really hope so. There's a lot of room for a sequel for that game.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nintendo's got a lot of characters.
That is true.
So
that is true.
Never. And if y'all want to love me a lot, give me a Donatelli final boss. Just tickling your feet.
That would never happen, but
I know.
If he makes a cameo, that would be enough.
Just have him tickle a foot. That's all you need to do.
He'll just be you'll see him in the background through a window.
Yeah.
With a feather in his hand.
It could be a silhouette of him. I know it's him if I just see the big feather.
The big feather in the with the bowler cap he wears or whatever. Hat. Yep. So
I need a Donatelli.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they're both free, right? They're free updates for the game.
Yeah. They talked about having new characters, but I don't know how far that is or if it's actually gonna come.
I mean, if it's successful, that means they got that money.
Yeah.
So it could happen.
Yeah. So let's see. But I'm happy it got. I'm happy it got.
Who's the number one?
Right now,
Pick one.
for me, it'll always be Usagi, but I gotta be realistic too. It's like, all right, Usagi's rights is not owned by Turtle, so I'll go for another realistic one. Would be Mondo Gecko.
I would like.
I will like.
I don't want to say it because I think it might happen.
Okay.
I would like somebody to put the mutagen.
The who?
Mutagen man.
Mutagen Man. Okay. I will like if
and
all right. So put this out. This will be only for like you only can play in super hard mode when there's like massive amount of foot soldiers. I will like to play as Bebop and Rocksteady.
I mean, well, if you're gonna do that, then put Metalhead in there.
Yeah, but I will like him. I would like them to be like so super strong that you only can play them on hard. So you have to like destroy all the foot soldiers and shit, and they can just bun rush people and stuff.
Yeah.
So I will like that.
Put the boss characters in there, playable Shredder or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But mainly like Bebop and Rock, like I wanted like a whole thing just Bebop and Rocksteady's like, so because their story is like most of the game. So I would like to see the opposite side of things of their story going into against the Turtles. So their version of the story. So you play two players as Bebop and Rocksteady, and you go through their version of the story. So it's pretty much the Turtles chasing them, and like that. So I would like to see some dumb shit like that.
And you always lose.
Yeah. Somehow, some way, you always lose. But yeah, I'm looking forward to what they do though. I'm very happy with those games. Cowabunga Collection also was a lot of fun. Hard but fun. If you ever want to see your kid suffer, tell them I'll buy you a PS5 if you beat Turtles 1.
And you can't look anything up.
Can't look anything up. You can't rewind because I know that cheat now. You can't fast forward the screen or nothing. You gotta play it stage by stage, and you gotta suffer through those water stages.
Which means you have to suffer because you have to watch them do it. That's not.
Hey,
lose for everybody.
Damn, like how they sell that to fucking kids? I still don't get it.
Because it had the name Ninja Turtles on it.
That is true.
That's why.
And then also back in our day too, like they had to give us a challenge and stuff like that for us to longevity on the game.
You say that a lot of that. I'll just chalk it up to bad game design in a lot of cases. Because if you're trying to tell me that the Silver Surfer game,
but also
Nintendo,
had
purpose and were like, we're gonna make this hard for replay value. Nah, they just suck. That was a LJN game.
You know what's funny? Go ahead. So with Turtles, the thing is, like the creation of that game was before this cartoon even started.
Makes sense.
So they didn't even know half the fucking villains they had. That's why you had some like really random villains that you never seen before, like the fucking frog walking, the big weird looking frog and shit.
There's a lot of like they do with the chainsaw. Who's that?
Yeah. There's a lot of that. Because they didn't know what the game was. They didn't know what Turtles was gonna be like. They started creating that game before even the cartoon started.
Shame on you, Konami. Good on you. I don't know how to feel about that one.
No, I just give them credit. But it was like if they didn't know that much, wow, they got a good chunk of it okay, like Bebop and Rocksteady, all that shit.
That's true.
Because the Bebop and Rocksteady was never in the cartoon. Or were never in the comic. They were in the comic later on, like recently. They were never really big characters in the comic. So, but yeah, buy them. They're cheap now. They're like $23, $24. Shredder's Revenge and Cowabunga Collection. I challenge all you to beat part 1 with no help.
I'll never play that game again as long as I live.
Just do the cheat that I did to get the trophy.
I have a principle about games I don't like. I don't play them. I don't play them.
So I was mad because I actually went through part 1. I did it I beat the game myself, and then I found out that you could just fucking fast forward it, save it, and then go back to the gameplay and finish it. I was so mad. I was like, "Fuck! I did this the right way. God damn! I could have just cheated and not played this game."
What is the right way? Damn it!
The right way was just cheat and not fucking play the game.
Exactly.
But I enjoyed the arcade games and stuff like that. I was able to play with my nephew with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was fun. I got the Secret of the Ooze box in from NECA.
Okay.
It looks like the VHS tape, and then the 4 turtles are in there. They have their movie faces, the movie part 2 faces, so they're a bit more smiley.
Okay. Gotcha.
So Donatello has the yeah face.
And it does not come with the guy, right? It's just the turtles.
Yeah, it's just the turtles.
Okay.
Kino is coming out. They actually showed him, and he has a scooter. I might have to pre-order him when he's out.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I love the set. Like, it's really cool. And then I bought the accessory box set, which has a bunch of the accessories from part 2 of the movie. So it has like the wooden pole that Raphael was tied up on. It even has the face with the tape on his mouth.
Okay.
It has it has like the mutagen cans. It has the aprons when they were cleaning April's house.
Okay.
It has a bunch of little like knickknacks. It has potato chip bags and like just things that you could photo stuff with. I'm excited. I'm gonna open it up and actually like spread them out. I'm gonna do like a little post with the Christmas tree with the turtle van. I took out the turtle van.
Mm-hmm.
It's in like I was mad because it was like all the stickers are on it already. I was like, hey, I wanted to do the stickers.
Oh, they don't let you put them on.
Yeah,
wow.
they're already on there. I remember seeing like that one piece that ejects that, and every kid's that always broke.
Is it the seat?
Yeah, the ejective seat, that shit always broke. Everyone's thing. And I got these hip hop turtles that had the leather jackets from the first cartoon. So I'm gonna pose them and take some pictures. It'll be on my TikTok page, so stay tuned for that.
Yes, sir.
And I took out the New Day. Them freaking He-Man suits are fucking dope.
You said the He-Man what?
The He-Man New Day.
Oh, the
Skeletor and I think Xavier's He-Man. Those are like really cool detailed figures. Like the jacket of Kofi's is really dope. I'll take pictures. I'll take close-up pictures to show you.
Okay.
But they did
All right.
really good detail on that one.
Nice.
So yeah, that's my toy update.
Yes, sir.
Those came in today, and I checked out the turtle van, and it made me feel like old school vibes. I used to play with that turtle van all the fucking time. So I was like, damn, that was like that was the toy when I was a kid. I had that and the Spawnmobile. Those were like my 2 favorite like vehicles.
I don't even remember the Spawnmobile. Wow.
It was like a fire car that had like it ejected like a chain skull from the back.
Okay. Did they have a commercial for it or no?
Probably because they were selling the toys. Spawnmobile. Yeah, I actually might fucking buy this.
Oh,
I used to love this shit. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Right now. It was cool. It was a cool car.
I mean, when I think back to the figures, they were actually like more detailed. They weren't as articulated as the later ones, but the early ones, at least they were like, they still looked better than the average figure for that time.
Yeah.
The original Spawn figures.
Yeah, they were pretty cool. They were very detailed at the time too. I know
Spawn. Spawn definitely had like the highest points of articulation. He had all those spikes.
Yeah.
He had the folding cape. I remember the original one came with a big cape and it folded.
Yeah.
It had hinges on it. I was like, that's smart.
Yeah. I sent that on
they
Twitter.
made the other one with the guns. I know they made medieval, but yeah.
Yeah, I might actually buy this Spawnmobile.
That's what I want. I want a Redeemer figure, and I want to take the head off and replace it with a Miro head.
Miro head.
The Redeemer, yes.
There you go. The true Redeemer.
When's that Spawn movie coming out? What's going on?
I think it's sometime next year.
Tom McFarlane and Jamie Foxx. Is he still on there?
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx?
he's still on it. Yep. I sent the Spawnmobiles to Twitter.
Okay. I mean, I hope that's a real thing still. I hope they do it.
Me too.
I hope it's good.
There was updates on it, and they said it's still strong. It's still a go and stuff like that. They found a director or anything.
Okay. All right. I remember the box. I don't remember the toy itself.
That shit was dope. It had like 2 missiles from the sides. I used to love that shit.
So was this thing real? As in, was it ever in the books? Was it ever
was it in the comic? It probably had one appearance or 2 in the comics, but it was not in the big thing.
Gotcha.
Because it didn't really make sense for the character. They did it for mainly toys.
I mean, no, you say that, but then when you remember when he stopped using the cape and started using the guns, anything made sense for that character.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you see the size of those guns?
Yeah.
And the boot? What was the explanation for the boot?
The big boot?
Do you remember? Yeah.
No, it was just a redesign of the suit. That's just pretty much what it
wasn't like that wasn't like a lock or something on him. I always thought that's what it was.
Nah, it was like a update. Like when he got more powerful and stuff like that, the suit updated with him. So like even he started getting stronger with the spawn powers and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted more armor on himself and shit like, and that's what it thought.
That was the stupidest looking piece of armor I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think it was more of McFarlane just fucking with the design.
Yeah, just design. It was original.
Yeah.
But it did look dumb.
It's like a Bigfoot. It was like Hellboy's arm, but at least his has a purpose and meaning. The big spawn foot didn't have a meaning.
He just wanted to leave unique footprints. That's
there
it.
You go. He want one big footprint, one little footprint. You never know it's him.
Is coming for you. You know he's coming to get you.
Yeah. But I actually might look into that Spawnmobile now because that was like one of my favorite toys when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big Spawn collector.
The only vehicles I remember, my cousins had the Batman stuff.
Yeah. Like
they had the Forever.
Yeah.
The blue one, the black and blue one with the glowing.
Yeah. The
glowing inside. Yeah, that's the Forever one. Like that was cool. That was a cool ass Batmobile.
I remember the Spawn Alley too. Like they had like a whole like play set for Spawn.
I do remember that being a thing. Never seen anybody with it though. I remember that X-Men had one way back in the day.
Yes, it did.
They had the Danger Room play set. I think Spider-Man had one, but I don't remember what it was.
Didn't like it. It was like it was a lot of cardboard connections to it and shit. It was like the Daily Bugle.
Okay. Did the Turtles have like a sewer playset or no?
Yeah, they had the sewer playset. They had the Technodrome. They had
the Technodrome. I remember. Yeah. Yes.
They had a sewer playset. Yes. I think NECA's actually gonna remake it.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
That's expensive.
Of course it is, but it's gonna be quality. So.
Yeah, man. So before we get into this movie, I kind of just want to. I'm very anxious for you to get this package. So when I was drunk on Saturday, I was drinking, and I was just looking through Amazon and shit like that. Something popped up that went down to like $30 for that day, and so I sent you it. I got you that Zangief, the Stone Collectible one. So it should be there Tuesday. I caught it for like $35.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
I'm very excited for you to see it.
Because it's gonna be a big ass. Yeah.
Oh, he a big boy.
It's not a small figure.
I caught that got one on sale. That I was like, oh, let me get that shit for him.
So I'm gonna have to look to try to catch the king.
Yeah, the king is still up there. The Zangief I caught, I was like, you know what, I grab that for you. Like, cause I was like, when I first got the thing, I was like, damn, you gotta have one especially for RedCycloneInc. Like, you gotta have this figure. But
yes, right.
It's good.
I appreciate it very much.
He's a big boy. I've been dying to open it. I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. I have to let them breathe.
Yeah, I've been.
But do they have? But box wise, are their boxes the type that is easy to open and put the
Yeah.
figure back in?
Yeah, because it's in like a plastic tray.
Okay,
So
so
it's
if
easy
that's
to
the
do
case-
like that. Because I actually thought about taking Zangief and King out and have them pose together like they're wrestling.
Mhm.
I wish I had like a wrestling ring just for that.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think they're too big.
You know what they should make? They should make this, and I don't know why this. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, somebody's really losing out on money, not doing this. But they need to make the Street Fighter, Tekken, King of Fighters. They need to make the stages as
That would be
playsets,
cool.
as like, well, for figure photography. Like I can't believe nobody's thought to make reuse little bridge stage. Nobody's thought to make the cage from like Tekken 4 where you fight Heihachi, or the dojo where you
Yeah.
fight Jin. Like there's a lot of actually iconic.
And it's funny because they do it
fighting
on the background of the figures. It's just like they don't
They
make
always
it
do.
removable and shit. They literally just do it in the box art.
They always
'Cause, like-
they always do.
Because like the Street Fighter Cross Ninja Turtles is like it looks like the stage, and then it
Mhm.
looks like the arcade. Like the borders of the box looks like the arcade.
It would make sense. Look,
Yeah.
where's the little Chinese market for Chun-Li? Like,
Yeah.
come on,
There you
somebody
go.
do that. Where's the bathhouse where the sumos fight?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Like if you actually even make it like a 3D box, like it's just a 3D box print. Like you could take out the tub to have it like pop out and shit. I think they could do shit like that. I've seen shit like that, especially with the dioramas they make. But I don't think the dioramas they make is licensed, so they usually just pick up random backgrounds and stuff like that. I think they'll have to license the actual Capcom background and shit.
I mean, listen, if they have the rights to the characters themselves,
Yeah.
why not do the background?
But you used to see like on Big Bad Toys, they have dioramas of backgrounds, and a lot of them are like you could set it up like a Street Fighter scene.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I actually thought about getting the Subway one because I actually like it and it's small enough for me to put away, and I could take photos with it on it as well.
I mean, listen, where's the Mortal Kombat subway stage
Yeah,
with a little crack in the ceiling that goes out to the street? Come on, man.
yeah,
There's
I was
a lot
very
of ideas.
I was very excited for the Zangief though. I was like, yeah, he's gonna fucking love that shit. So I'm excited for you
All
to
right,
open
all
it
right.
and get your first Storm collectibles, which might open up a bad hole in the wall.
Wilt,
Because
see what
those
happens
shits
with
are
wrestling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you.
The thing was, they ringside kept having Black Fridays or
Yeah.
what is it, cyber deals.
Now it's like
it was for
5.0.
4 weeks. It was for like 4 weeks, and then they said finally it's almost over. And I think it doesn't end.
It's still on sale. It's
Yeah, I'm
like
saying,
it's
it's
like
not
Black
over
Friday
till-
6.0.
It's not over till like January. And I'm like, Jesus,
Yeah.
they just still going.
Yeah.
So
I got
It's not over.
I grabbed a few. I think I built Retribution.
really,
Yeah.
all right.
Because I
Okay.
got T-Bar, he was like $6. I got Mace, he was $5. I got Reckoning, she was $3.99, and I got Ali.
That version of Ali.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I made Retribution.
that's pretty funny.
I believed in them, and they
How
failed
long?
more miserably.
How long until the maximum male models get a figure?
I hope so soon before they change their gimmick.
Yeah,
Their outside stuff has been hilarious.
Yeah, the YouTube is pretty funny.
Yeah. I was like,
So-
yo, if y'all don't believe in these characters, yo, watch their outside shit. They're really good.
hmm
But yeah,
I want an Uncle Howdy. Where's Uncle
oh,
Howdy?
he's coming.
I mean, Uncle Stinky. Excuse me.
Oh, you know he's coming. He's coming in a heartbeat. But he hasn't been like fully shown like in light. So I wait to that day that he actually fully like in the ring, and I think that'll be the figure that he make. I'm waiting for that depressed Crescent the Clown Bray Wyatt too.
Oh, that's me. That's messed up.
You remember that episode of Simpsons, right? When he wore all black
Yeah.
and yeah, that's exactly what Bray Wyatt is.
That's pretty funny.
When he first
They
came
gotta make
out,
a-
that's the first thing that popped in my head was that Crescent the Clown.
Oh, really? Damn, that's messed up. I was just thinking that they're gonna have to make a LA Knight that comes with backstage elements to you can put it on top of him every week.
Nice. Yeah, we should.
Wait, you just made me remember. There is no LA Knight, right?
No.
Not yet. He has not.
I think he was part of the scans though. He has one coming.
Nice.
And then I saw the AEW ones, the Swerve and Swerve. I definitely will get.
I can't wait for the Abaddon. That's the next figure. Like I'm not even gonna wait if I see it because I've waited too much on the Malachi.
Yeah.
So if I see the Abaddon, I gotta get that.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that the Ultimate. So with the order I did the Malachi Black Ultimate, the Supreme Edition. Because I was like, you know what, that actually looks really dope. So I was like, all right, I get that one.
They went all out, so.
Yeah, Power Rangers just announced Turbo's coming to the Lightning Collection. With
They
TJ.
have no figures?
Blue Century is the first one. Well, technically, the Phantom Ranger is.
Oh, okay.
Technically, the Phantom Ranger is, but they have him from space and not from Turbo. So the first Turbo one is Blue Century, which is the cop, the RoboCop looking dude, and now TJ's coming to the collection. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep collecting because I really do not like the windowless boxes. Like it's really eyesore to me, and I do not like them.
I like certain lines because they went out of their way to make them stylish. Like I like the X-Men.
Yeah.
I
like the VHS stuff. That's just really cool. And I honestly, if they did that, I'd probably be more in tune to get it. But I don't like how it's packed in either. They just throw it in like saran wrap and it's inside the box. There's no like tray to take them out or nothing.
Really?
They just all stuffed in the box.
I didn't know. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was very disappointed with that. Like I was watching unboxings of it, and I was like, damn. I follow the dude on TikTok that he does a lot of like Spider-Man toy unboxings and stuff like that, and I see how they package, and I'm like, nah, man, that's just gonna piss me off.
Well, that just means you gotta let them all breathe.
Yeah.
Or just keep them in the box and don't ever open them.
Yeah, I just need space. That's my thing is space. So I'm chilling out with the Lightning Collection. There's nothing really intriguing that they're coming out with that I want right away. And it looks like I could catch all these on sale for like $10-15, like if I wait like 2-3 months. That's 100% how I've been grabbing like the last ones that came out. I waited a couple of months and then I got like the new Adam Black Ranger. I got him for like $10. So
I'm going through the sale stuff on Big Bad, and I'm just like, what? Why is there a Lost Planet? I didn't know there was a Lost Planet figure. There's only one of the main guy from Lost Planet 3, and it just makes me sad.
Yeah.
It looks like crap, and Lost Planet 3 is the worst. How did they not make one for 1 or 2? I'm so upset.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But yeah. All right, you want to get into this movie?
Yes, sir.
This is our
week's movie. This week's movie for our comic book and superheroes. No, it's just comic books and graphic novels, right?
It's comic books / superhero movies.
Okay.
So
this one
it has to be a comic or a superhero movie.
So this one comes from a comic book, right?
Yes. This is IDW in the early days, actually.
Okay.
This is one of their first published books, actually.
Wow, I did not know that. Okay. This is 30 Days of Night. This is from 2007. It is rated R. It is 1 hour and 53 minutes. It released October 19th, 2007.
Yep.
It was directed by David Slade.
Yeah,
I'm looking. And
he did some Black Mirror episodes. Okay. He did Hard Candy. Hard Candy is kind of a messed up movie.
I see a lot of music videos. System of a Down. Stone Temple Pilots,
He did Twilight.
Muse, Tori Amos. That's interesting. POD, Fatboy Slim. Like, yeah, he's very much a music director, music video director in his early days, like in the 90s to the 2000s. Yeah, early 2000s.
He did a lot of. He did Black Mirror and stuff like that. Black Mirror is a good show. It's like Twilight Zone, but British.
He did one episode of Breaking Bad. He did the Twilight, the Eclipse movie.
Yeah.
I don't know which one. I never seen those. I couldn't tell you which one
that's
that
the
is.
second one, I think.
Okay. He directed some episodes on Hannibal, which I hear was a pretty good show.
I heard it was good too.
So, all right, he's got a good track record. Writing credits are Stephen Niles, Stuart Beatty, Brian Nelson, and for the comic, it's Stephen Niles and Ben Templesmith.
Yep.
The cast in, let's see, for these characters. I forget. I'm thinking they're gonna have different names. It's Josh Hartnett as Evan Olsen, Melissa George as Stella Olsen, Danny Huston as Marlo, Ben Foster as the Stranger, Mark Boone Jr. as Bo Brower, Mark Rendell as Jake Olsen, Amber Sainsbury as Denise, Manu Bennett as Billy Kitka.
He was a Deathstroke in Arrow.
Okay, that's cool.
And the Red Ranger from Ninja Storm was in this.
Which character?
He was in the beginning of the movie with the girl, Melissa George. He was in the beginning. Pua, something.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah, it was the Red Ranger from Ninja Storm.
Maga Visa, R.I.P.
Yep. He was in this. Yeah, Pua Magastiva.
Mm-hmm.
He was in this for a short term.
Okay.
He was in it. I was like, yeah, Red Ranger.
Gotcha. Is there anybody else that made a big appearance in here?
Joel Tolbeck. He was that asshole that they were trying to help.
Well, who's he?
He was one of the guys that they were together and when they were trying to save each other and shit like that.
No, I mean, like, who's he from?
I don't know where he's from. I just know he was important in this movie. He was a good character. He's in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. Well,
But other than that,
wow.
everyone else, like, again, the dude Deathstroke, I didn't like his wig in the end either.
Do they name the villains? No, they do have names.
Yeah, but Danny Hudson was the main one. I think this chick was the other. No, that was not her. It was this one, Megan Franchi, Irish. She was like the vampire chick.
They're the main ones. Okay.
And then
So I know this movie takes place in Alaska, I believe it is.
Yep.
It says, after an Alaskan town is plunged into darkness for a month, it is attacked by a bloodthirsty gang of vampires. I mean, that's pretty much self-explanatory.
Yeah.
They do foreshadow the Stranger being an important character, because he's just walking through the snow by himself, and you're like, who is that? Is that the main guy? No, that's not. Who? What? Oh, why his teeth look like that?
Yeah.
And so it basically starts out as a small town story. You have Josh Hartnett's character. I believe is he sheriff?
Yeah,
Or is
he's
he
sheriff.
He's sheriff. It's basically him and his family. Is it ex?
Yeah.
The
His
girl?
ex-wife,
Is
yeah.
his ex? Yeah. So like that's like the main stars, but like that's the main storyline that we're going, the point of view, the survivors, if you will. And it's basically just him trying to figure out what the hell's going on first, and just trying to survive. Because like really, this movie does do a good job of just being like, it doesn't sit there and have you like, man, I wonder when things are gonna go bad. Like it slowly just creeps up and people just start getting got, and you're like, oh, that can't be. And it's like, yeah, that's a man eating another person right there. That man is dead. His guts are out. His throat has been opened by teeth. Like they are 100% out there just slowly eating the entire town alive, which is crazy.
Yes.
And it's because like they show you in the beginning that the whole entire town was getting ready for the 30 days a night, because that's how
you
it
said it.
happened. That's how it happens. It's a real thing,
Yeah, it actually happens in Alaska every year.
because of its location on the planet,
Yeah.
because it's round. Some people don't believe.
Sorry, AJ Styles.
Oh, sorry, Uncle Alan. But yeah, it makes sense, and it's kind of, I don't want to say cool, but like when you think about it, it's like, where would they go, and if realistically there was any place for a vampire to try to hang out? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, 30 days of just the sun, your weakness not being around.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So,
And
how'd you think the movie went?
it wasn't bad. It was like more in the horror side of things, which I didn't mind because it's just something different to watch. Because coming from a Disney movie and then a couple of bad X-Men and other bad movies that we had to watch, this is gave it a little breath of fresh air, just having a different genre. I enjoyed it for what it was. I would have gave up a long time ago because how cold it was. I'm like, you know what? Just kill me. Like, it's cold. I ain't fucking trying to numb myself and have to stay warm and then also getting attacked by vampires. I don't need all that shit. Just kill me.
True. Nobody needs all that.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. And there's no way my blood is liquid. That shit's frozen when it comes out.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood spray in the movie, and it's
Yeah.
like, man, it should have been bloody snow just
Yeah.
coming out of people.
It just be icicles spreading out.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the movie wasn't bad. Like I enjoyed it for the most part. It had a simple story. It wasn't none too crazy. If you
That's
watch, yeah, and I think that's what it just needed to be. A simple story. It was none too elaborate or have to explain. You kind of get what the gist of it is, and then the premises of Alaska being like 30 days at night. They're fucked. And I was like, again, 30 days, I'm not surviving. Maybe 3, I will survive. In 30 days, that's too long.
They was going ham in the first day. That's all I could.
Yeah.
They waited till exactly 6 p.m. when it got just a hint of dark, when the sun just crept past the last cloud, and it was just out there.
Yeah.
It was like they were waiting.
But I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was, again, it was just a different breath of fresh air for a different genre. So I was happy with it. I think I'll go a 3.5 with this.
I want to say, for me, a 3. A
3?
I will say, I'm not the biggest horror fan.
Yeah.
So this is a one and done. I would not be watching this movie again. It is a scary movie.
So you get a 3.
Okay.
So your 3s consist of Zoom Academy, Batman Begins, Blade Trinity, Sky High, Monkey Bone, Men in Black, X-Men.
Men in Black, which one?
The second one.
Put it right over Men in Black, the second one.
Okay. 30 Days of Night 3. Alright. Our next movie in our comic book theater will be Jumper 2008.
I have never seen this. Is this
Hayden
Bruce
Christensen?
Willis or?
Huh?
Oh, it's Hayden Christensen. Okay. No, I thought this was Looper.
Oh, you talking that's
That's Bruce Willis, right?
yes. This is Hayden
Yes.
Christensen and Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson. Yeah. Okay. I do remember the commercials for it.
Yeah.
And I have not seen it.
So this is Jumpers next, superhero movies after that, and then we will be starting the MCU with Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. Then we have Wanted, Hancock, Hellboy 2, Dark Knight, Punisher Warzone, The Spirit, Push, Watchmen, Wolverine Origins.
Wolverine Origins is a train wreck, but I think the most disappointing thing besides that is Wanted.
The Spirit.
I had no expectation.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about like we had expectation. I remember Japstar hit me up to Wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and Jinkies was all into Wanted, and we was like, "Oh, yo, this looks awesome." And then the movie came out, and it was what it was, and it was like,
Yeah.
they were devastated.
So I was I liked the comic as well, and then once I saw Angelina Jolie was casted and they changed the character mainly just for her, I was like, yeah, this is not gonna be good.
Yeah, that's what. See, I didn't know that.
No.
I just saw her lead. I was like, okay. And then I heard from them like, nah, man.
Because they based, I think the main character of Wanted was based off of Eminem. Like the look was Eminem, and then the girl that Angelina played looked like Halle Berry.
Okay.
So that was the premise of what they looked like and stuff like that. I liked Morgan Freeman in it. And I think he was probably one of the better characters in the movie. But yeah, I had big problems with her. They changing the whole character for Angelina Jolie.
Gotcha. So I did not watch it then. So this will be the first time I've seen it.
Yes, we have a lot of movies going. Right now we are at our 42nd movie of this list.
Okay.
So we're getting there. Of 152, we're like almost three quarters.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, so January we kick off the MCU. February we'll be watching The Dark Knight. March we'll be looking at Wolverine Origins.
Dang it.
But we're getting there. So that's about it. That's all I got.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better as Well. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. So check it out.
All right.
We wet. Art.
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok, Mark with the Mic. We're doing a lot of figures photography and beer reviews on there, so check that out when you get a chance. Also shout out to Tenacious T or Todd Screwab. He does this podcast called Popcorny. It's like a brother cast to our cast, and yeah, he records every week, and so check it out when you get a chance. Popcorny on Spotify. He's easy way to listen to it, and always remember. Follow the Jinkies.